Hey, welcome back to Sales Made Easy podcast, where my job is to make your sales a little bit easier. And if you missed it, we just came off a 90-minute session on Tariff Busters. How, as a salesperson, I'm going to deal with these tariffs. And if you missed it, please email me, tom@salesmadeeasy.com, and send you a link to the recording. But I'll give you a recap, a real quick recap, and you can decide if you want the rest of it or not. But in reality, we talked about the three things, which we've talked about many times, the three things that you're in control in sales. It's amazing. I was playing golf the other day with a guy who was my age, and talking, he owns a mortgage company. And the one thing he told me, he said, I've been in this business for a long time. I mean, he's 70 years old. He said about 15 years ago, he said, I talked to someone like yourself, and the guy told me, and I told him, I said, I've been selling mortgages for years. What can I learn? He goes, it was amazing to me that year that I decided to at least give this guy a try. I grew my business 30%, and I grew it because of my mindset change. It was my mindset. This guy's been doing it forever, yet he changed his mindset, and the sales coach got him to do it. So it's too easy to get your mind messed up because you talk to yourself the wrong way. Think about it. If you ever talk to a friend the way you talk to yourself, you probably won't have friends. So the three things we talked about was, number one, behavior, attitude, technique. Those three things, because inside, and actually it's no matter what job you have, those are the three things that control you. And the one thing we talked about is mindset. What is your mindset at? Because if your mindset is, whoa, there's nothing we can do, nobody's buying from me, get out of sales, because you're letting other people control how you think. You're letting your outside situation control how you think. In today's world, and in every world, the people that make it big are the people that know how to fight during a recession. Too often, people say, woe is me. There's nothing I can do to change. There's nothing I can do. And the problem is, I'm a golf nut. Those of you that listen to me know that. And if I was an 18-20 handicap and I said, oh, well, there's nothing I can do to get any better, then it didn't matter how much practice. There's no sense in going to the driving range and practicing playing golf because my head already said I can't do anything about it. So why practice? In fact, why play? But my head said, hey, I've got to get better. I can get better. So what I do? I hired a coach. And you know what the coach did? That coach gave me some techniques to try, some different ways to think about my golf swing. And then the coach said, this is not enough, Tom. Just telling you what to do different is not enough. He gave me behaviors. He said, I want you to go out, and before you play golf, every time before, you must go out a half hour early. And for 10 minutes, I want you to do this. And this person gave me behaviors on the techniques he wanted me to use. So if I had the mindset where, well, I can't get better, then I could hire a coach, be throwing my money away. But once that coach gave me a technique and gave me the behaviors, when I tried those behaviors, guess what happened? My mindset said, hey, maybe I can get better, and I improved. So just as my friend, the mortgage guy, said, I've been doing this thing. I'm 70 years old, and 15 years ago, I got somebody. I've been doing this thing for 25 years, and I thought it was a bunch of malarkey until this guy gave me techniques, gave me behaviors, and then I went, wow, I just doubled. So if you're that person sitting there going, woe is me, I can't make it in this economy, and get out of sale. And by the way, you probably can't make it in anything. You might as well just go pump gas. Not that gas pumpers are a bad job, but where's your head at? So the first thing you got to think about is your mindset. If your mindset is, it's a terrible economy, I can't do anything about it, then don't listen to the rest of it. And do not download my recording. And then it is, what behaviors do you have to change? Because if you're trying to sell today's world the same way you always did, doing the exact same things, you're in trouble. We have an ever-changing world. How often are you changing your world, right? Are you hoping, or are you using it as an excuse? Oh, woe is me. I keep working hard doing the same thing and no one's buying. So the world's changed and I can't. So what behaviors are you doing different? So we talk about the different behaviors you must do in a down economy to survive. And by the way, I learned those behaviors by a technique, which I will tell you the technique, and that is called journaling, right? Because lucky for me, I lived through the dot-com bubble. Some of you might have no idea what that is. 9/11, 1998 crash, 2007 crash, COVID. And I journal every day. And in those journals, I wrote down, oh, we had a crash. I lost half of my business. And this is what I'm doing today to try to gain business back. And I journaled that. And guess what happened? When I had the next economic crash, I looked back in that journal and said, what did I do different back then? I wonder if that'll work, because I changed what I did. So how often are you changing what you do? So if I were you, email me, tom@salesmadeeasy.com. Click on this podcast and join it. And I'm more than happy to get you the link to the recording for the whole 90-minute session that we did on how to bust through the tariffs, how to bust through this economic problem we got going. So that's it. Please email me. By the way, I'm going to have a one-day workshop boot camp via Zoom coming up. I think it's in 2 weeks. So if you're interested, please hit like, subscribe. Feel free to just message me and say, hey, I want more information on that, and we'll get it to you. Until then, good selling.